Hey guys, I was going to actually not film anything because I've got to go out to the council. I slept in this morning, I had an early night last night, so by the time you see this, the last vlog will have been late. Apologies for that. Today is the big council meeting, once every couple of months, and that's the size of our agenda and summons. That's the minutes for all the meetings and other meetings. You know, all the ones I've been to this last fortnight, plus others. So yeah, you get an idea of the comparison. Now, I wasn't going to make a video this morning because I've got to get out, but a few things have arrived. A couple of games here, so let's open this up and have a look, because I think I know what they are, and if they are what I'm thinking, I'm a bit annoyed because the guy charged me twice for postage, basically one per game, and then has posted them both in the same packet and basically pocketed the difference. So we got Foreman for Real and the Majors Pro Baseball, both on Game Gear. Yeah, not much I can say about them. Sports games, I'm getting them out of the way while they're there and reasonably cheap. But this is the thing I wanted to talk about the most. Polish stamps there. It's coming from Poland. It's the Flopper, which if you've seen my vlogs before, you will know is what's been marketed as a budget USB drive for the Amstrad CPC. Basically, it should allow me to use all of the stuff that's on the CPC, all the software that was ever made available, that's now in the public domain archives, and it will also allow me to transfer all the stuff that I made on my Amstrad back in the day onto the PC and the Mac and everything, and share it with the world, providing I can find it. It seems I've lost 90% of my text adventures, which is annoying, but oh well. I'm actually going to work on a remake of one of them. My favourite of the set was Treble N, and I can't remember what the three N's stand for in the game, so I'll have to look that up. I've got all the notes and stuff somewhere. I'm corpsing while I try and open this box. Basically, it was like a horror text adventure set in the modern day, which would be the 90s, the early 90s, and I'm going to remake it. And I've got some very interesting ideas, well, I think they're interesting anyway, of how to do it when I get time. And these are all ideas for like long in the future when I eventually get time to do it. This is bigger than I expected it to be. Whoa, whoa, my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at that! Right, so we've got the edge connector there, and that's where it will plug into the Amstrad's existing drive. The USB goes there, the display, and the jumpers to set which one it is. I'm going to set it to drive B. I'm going to have to look at the manual later on. That is a very nice piece of kit, and I will look forward to giving this a try when I eventually have some free time, probably this weekend. That seems so busy at the moment. I'm immensely busy trying to get everything done, trying to keep everyone happy. It's just, oh, I'm worn out. But it's nearly off with. I'll get to play with the Amstrad. Right, I better go to work. Bye.
A question from Councillor Kirk-Robinson. Councillor Kirk-Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. Matt. Last year I raised the issue of pedestrians using the skate park as a shortcut between Great Moore Street and the Morrison supermarket, and asked that steps be taken to prevent this happening in future. The Cabinet member then responded with a statement that signs had been placed at both entrances to the skate park warning pedestrians that it was not a through way. This, sadly, has had no visible effect on the number of pedestrians using the skate park as a cut-through. Even when a number of skaters are using the park, pedestrians still walk through the middle of it. There have been accidents, there have been incidents where skaters have felt forced to jump off the skateboards in order to avoid colliding with pedestrians, and it's only a matter of time before someone is badly injured. I therefore ask the Cabinet member this question. Given that signs have not worked, will they now please close one of the entrances to the skate park so that the park cannot be used as a cut-through?
I'd like to thank Councillor Kirk-Robinson for bringing this forward. I too have witnessed many incidents where people are crossing across the skateboard park, even with buggies and prams, young children. They're not only putting themselves in danger, they're also putting the skaters in danger. There is a path around the park which people should be using. Having two existing points as exits, some distance apart from a large play area or skate park, such as this is the recognised design feature for the safety of the facility's users. so that they have alternative emergency exits in the event of an incident, and we cannot close these exits. However, I'm able to commit to re-looking at the facility, including the signs, to see if there's further improvements that can be made and will ensure the outcome is reported back to members via the relevant executive member meeting.
Thank you. Another question from Councillor Kirk-Robinson.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Internet security is a hot topic once again at the moment, following the NHS ransomware scandal, the issues that MPs are still having, and of course the ransomware attack that's happened internationally over the last couple of days. For our part, IT security appears to be pretty good. Nevertheless, many of us will no doubt agree that it is a good day when we don't have to contact IT service desk to get some of our emails unblocked. For my part, I've had emails from residents in my ward blocked, a number of emails from the LGI, and a significant number relating to LGBT issues, including LGBT mailing lists for local partnership groups. None of these emails needed to be blocked by our internet security system, and I find it particularly galling that emails sent to me on issues like LGBT rights are being blocked and I have to call IT support. I'm going to go off message because it's too long. I will ask the question on the order paper, but I find it very problematic that at the moment we have people who aren't out as LGBT within the council, officers or staff or anyone like that, who may be receiving LGBT-related emails and having to call up IT support and essentially out themselves because of that is unconscionable. We should not be doing this. Therefore, I ask the question on the order paper.
Thank you. Councillor Adair, hopefully.
Thank you, Mr. Members of the Council. Let me start by assuring Councillor Kirk-Robinson that we have no specific policy in this Council that blocks emails from any of the organisations that or individuals that you've mentioned today. The reason you've been experiencing some of the issues that you have is simply because of some of the preventive measures that we've had to take in recent times. And the context here, of course, is that there's a heightened threat at the moment of cyber attacks. We're all aware of the way in which the NHS and a number of hospitals were significantly disabled not too long ago. And in that context, the Council implemented a number of changes to its ICT software to manage network security. And of course, this was following advice from security experts and involved some changes to rules which detect and block emails. We are currently reviewing this policy because we have become aware that some routine emails are being blocked in some instances because of the way the sender has formatted their emails. And we will, of course, ensure as part of that policy review that it includes a focus on the issues that you've raised today in Council. Having said this, there is a caveat, and that is I am aware that some emails may still get blocked if they contain similar formatting to high-risk virus-type emails. We will need to continue to manage these carefully, and these emails will be reviewed on a risk-based basis by ITT service desks before they are unblocked. And our approach in that context will be to release these emails within 2 hours from the submission of a special online form requesting this. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I'm somewhat in support of this motion. I've been an avid fan of the internet since the inception of the World Wide Web back in '92, and I recall a number of developments for it over the years, some with fondness, and some with, shall we say, less fondness. Trolls have blighted online communities since before most of us knew what a computer was, but the severity of this foul behaviour has increased exponentially in a very short space of time. I'm sorry to say that some of the worst behaviour that I have ever seen has come from members of the Bolton community, and when you recall that I was subjected to severe, sustained and international hate campaigns following an incident in this chamber, I'm sure you can understand the size of the yardstick I'm using to measure that by. Mr. Mayor, I'd like to give some examples of the extent to which fake news, defamatory statements and lies have been allowed to go unchecked by certain political parties in this town. The culprits are a small clique of aggressive bullies who seek to spend their lives infecting social media, primarily for the Liberal Democrats, although I put it to you that they have acted neither liberally or democratically. For example, publishing a faked Facebook post purporting to be from the Bolton Labour Party, this post claimed that Labour had changed the security settings of Bolton Council from public to secret. Beneath this fake post was another fake post, this time purporting to be from the Conservatives. The post claimed that we had said, lol nice one, followed by a thumbs up emoticon. I can guarantee that the Conservatives in Bolton do not type like that. Claiming the Conservatives backed Cliff Morris as council leader, and no offence to Councillor Morris, but we didn't do that either. The truth is, we respected the right of the ruling group to choose their own leader. Now, at this point, Mr. Mayor, I will stop listing examples from the Bolton Liberal Democrat Facebook and Twitter accounts, because otherwise I could go on all night. I will note one further thing, however, and it's about personal attacks launched by one of the Liberal Democrats' chief rabble-rousing trolls. I'll let you decide which one. The troll messaged me on Twitter to attempt pathetically to wind me up, and in doing so he described the Palais de Danse and other historic landmarks of our town as horrible 1970s buildings, which I'm sure you'll agree they're not. He later went on to Facebook, following the incident in the chamber that I mentioned earlier, to attempt to tell myself and other members of the transgender community that what is and is not transphobia. So he's a failure on both social issues and architecture. What a boon to his party he must be. Mr. Mayor, all of this unchecked harassment, the lies, the bullying, it all adds up. It undermines the professionalism that we must insist on for our political activities, because if we allow politics to descend into the gutter like this, we may as well give up right here now. We shouldn't require a code of conduct for social media. We should all know better than to lie to the public, but apparently some of us do not. I therefore support this motion, and I urge all members to do the same, because standards must improve if we want the public to retain any faith in this council and its members.